Welcome back to the Super Mario Bros. DS. This is part 6. We're on World 6, and we're in the, well, I guess this is the, what do you call it? The mountain region area, which is actually a fairly underutilized trope in a lot of Mario games. I'm actually a huge fan of mountainous regions. Now, I generally prefer a more grassy and luscious mountain compared to a more barren mountain like this, despite the nostalgia associated with such a name. Does anyone remember, like, a Barren Mountain Zone? Like the Sonic fan game project thing in Unreal Engine free? Dude, that shit was amazing. It was that song, it was the level that used, one of the first levels I remember seeing that used the song called, what was it? Raindrops Greening or something like that. It's this Japanese composition. Oh my god, it's fucking amazing. Go look it up right now. Or just like look up Barren Mountains or Sonic Incursion OST, because Sonic Incursion is a fan game that was completed semi-recently, even though it feels quite dated compared to a lot of other Sonic fan games because it spent quite a long time in development and never really got to with the times, I guess. It's still using Unreal Engine free and stuff. That one also uses that song for its soundtrack. It also uses some like Doctor Who music and stuff, and it's kind of weird. But anyway, it's not a bad fan game. I might check it out at some point. Like, I mean, I might do a video. I mean, I've already checked it out. I know what it's like. What I mean is I might do it. I don't know if a series on it. Maybe I'll do a series on it. I don't know. I mean, I've done an official Sonic game. I might do another one. So why not do a Sonic fan game as well? I mean, it's not off the table. I love just playing whatever it might be. I have this really hard time like separating the fact that something is a fan-made creation in my head. Again, I was playing through Mario Star Road, which is a fan ROM hack, but I'm like, it's really well made. It might as well be official, you know? I mean, it's I'm pretty sure if we had received the Mario 64 2, it would have been quite different. But I think it's a solid alternative. And it's actually pretty interesting how it still feels kind of like it has that 90s ethos of level design, despite the fact that it came out in 2011. So you think they would have learned from the last, well, let's do some math in my head, like 15 or so years of game development. But I don't know. It's not to say it's bad, though. It's just that it has a very different feel compared to a more contemporary game. And it's not like they were adhering to the limitations of the N64 or anything like that. I mean, I've already talked about this, how it's like way bigger than any N64 game. Well, other than Conquer. Conquer was like 64 megs. Anyway, you know, I was also, speaking of another thing that I was referencing in a previous video, I've finally done that thing I wanted to do. Well, not completely, but I've done it to an extent. Basically, I've played through all of the Jumping Flash games. Well, at least, okay, there turns out there's a fourth one, this weird spin-off game where you get to, like, build stuff, and I'm not going to bother with that one. But I've played all 3 of the main ones on the PS1, and, yeah, you know what? Jumping Flash free? And for one, I gotta give it credit for being super playable despite having a language barrier, because it never came to the US, or the UK, or anywhere, you know, like, in English. It was always in Japanese. And so because of that, obviously, I have a pretty hard time figuring out what the fuck is going on, but, you know, it's actually not unplayable. Like, even, and what's weird is that you'd think it would be, because at that point, the game became mission-based. Yeah, it's no longer find the things and get to the end, and now it's like, do this specific thing, but so far the objectives are so simple that I haven't really had much of a hard time figuring out what to do based on just gameplay context, you know? And also I missed one of the star coins, but you know what we're doing from this point on? I'm just gonna beat the stages, getting as many as I can. I'm basically going into like Croc 1 mode, where I'm not gonna go out of my way to get 100%. I'm not even gonna go back for them off camera. I'm just not gonna do it because I have so many freaking star coins at this point that as long as I keep picking up at least a couple from the stages, I'm never going to realistically be like at a shortage of star coins when I get to a section where I got to pay. And even then, it's never mandatory. It's all optional for extra levels, which I do want to show off. But at this point, I have so many that I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have an issue with that. So basically, the playthrough is going to go a lot faster at this point, which I really do think it's about time, because I really find it strange that it genuinely takes me as long as it does to complete these Super Mario Worlds, you know what I mean? Well, that isn't Mario World. That game is quite lengthy. I just realized I fucked up here. Let's go back, which is why I'm probably never going to end up finishing it, like, ever. I don't finish a lot of games, but, I mean, this one, obviously, we're going to finish. Oh, no, wait, wouldn't it be a better idea to do this? There you go. And I'm gonna, come on, Mario, jump on it, and do some simple little, god damn it, do some simple platforming on this, And now we're just gonna, yeah, we're just gonna get the star coin. Because again, I'm gonna get as many as I can after all, just if I find it. Although, to be fair, that one I had to look up prior. Because I did a little bit of practice for this session. I haven't practiced the next 2 worlds, which I plan on recording in this next session. And I'm gonna be 100% with you. I do not see myself getting everything there, because I have no idea what's going to happen. I haven't played those stages in a very long time. Is this the right one? No, this one sends you... Oh, okay. This is a complete waste of time. I'm still going to show it, but I'm going to fast forward through it. Basically, you have this platform where you're riding, right? And then these blocks. And that's it. This is the entire bonus area. You just get the occasional extra life from these, right? Come on, one of you guys give me a life. Come on, I need a life. Which would mean to not know. Don't make that kind of joke. But there you go, I got an extra life, then I didn't even get... Whatever, fuck it, just go down. Come on, fall. There you go. And yeah, at this point, we're just gonna fall back down, and I think all I have to do is... Am I even gonna be able to... Fuck, what do I do at this point? Oh, fuck, I gotta wait a little bit. That's what I have to do. I have to wait, and then I have to... wait some more. Hurry up and wait faster, because that's what makes sense. There you go. I love the way the sprite distorts when it happens. It's great. Yeah, I'm gonna get the second one, which is actually the third one, I believe, because I'm... Did I? No, this is the second one. Right? Because I remember, like, having a hard time with the first one. Yep, okay, cool. That means we're actually going to, I guess, inadvertently 100% this one, because I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get the final, star coin. It's not here. Ah, I remember this area. It's a right son of a bitch. So here's what you gotta do, right? So you've got all of these spinies. We're gonna approach them real quick. Come on, there they are. I actually really like the way the spinies look here. They have like a weirdly high amount of detail on their sprite. Well, actually, I think these are some of the few things that are not sprite-based. They don't look like sprites to me. They look like they're actually rendered in real time, and that might be because of the ball physics. Maybe they would have been too difficult to make that look good with sprites, so they just went and made them 3D. Yeah, it looks really nice. And there's the final star coin. Yeah, this one is not very difficult to clear 100%. I mean, most levels aren't. That's why I love this game so much, because there's not a lot of cryptic shit. There are still a few things that you might have to look up. Like, for example, the first star coin in this level required me to break these, not break, but activate these invisible blocks above a palm tree. And it's just like, that's, I don't know if I agree with that kind of decision to, like, just put invisible shit like that. But, I mean, it's not the end of the world, I guess. And it's not like you can't, like, it's super difficult to look them up. You shouldn't ever have to look it up either way. I just don't agree with that philosophy of, like, guide games and stuff like that. I understand why they're made that way, especially way back when, why they used to be designed that way. There was definitely an incentive, quote-unquote, for the developers to design them that way, but that doesn't mean that it's fun. I don't know. I mean, there's always that, like, that balance between a game, oh, for fuck's sake, being too obvious and handholdy, and then also a game just throwing you in the deep end, not telling you what to do, because you do want to feel like you're figuring shit out on your own, even though you really aren't, because that's what game because that's what game design is for. It's, like, intended to, you know, make you feel like you're doing something, even when in reality you're just following the whim of the developer. Right, so if you follow the puzzle along, it doesn't actually mean that you really solved it necessarily. I mean, I guess you kind of did. It's just that, you know, when there's an intended solution, finding that solution isn't quite as rewarding as, like, let's say, facing, like, a problem that was never meant to happen, and then, like, oh, you figure it out anyway because you're just that cool. How am I gonna do this? I guess I gotta bounce off him like that and get the fire... Oh, fuck. Well, good thing the fire flower functions like how it does, as in I just instantly go to Fire Mario. It's not like it just gives me a mushroom instead. Isn't that how it worked in Mario World, where if you're small Mario and pick up a fire flower, you just get a mushroom basically? Or was that? Yeah, that's how it works in the American version. But I think in the Japanese version they actually had it be like how it used to be in Mario 3, because I think Mario 3 was the first game to... That was a little bit premature. Was the first game to have it function the way it kind of does in the modern games, right? Because in Mario 1, obviously, you take a hit, and no matter how big you are, no matter what kind of Mario you are, you're going to just go back down to normal, like down to Mini Mario. Well, not Mini Mario, but you know what I mean. I'm going to assume that this is the... Oh no, they want me to... Speaking of Mini Mario, do they... No, actually, I might be able to have just enough speed to make this. So let's try this. And go. Up, jump, jump. Come on, man. Jump, man. That's like your whole thing, dude. Holy shit. If I keep this up, I think slowly but surely we can do it. Look at this. Look, I'm just about... I'm gonna make it. I knew it. I made it. Oh man, I'm so good at this video game. I'm actually not that good at this game, as this playthrough has clearly shown, but... you know, it feels good when you, when you get something kind of right. And oh no. Okay, fuck. What am I gonna do now? Oh, I know. I have to hide in the middle, right there. Yeah, this is a very Super Meat Boy type moment, like 4 years before that game came out. But you know, you can't pretend like these games didn't influence it. You know, obviously, I'm sure that whoever designed it, was it Edmund McMillen? You know, he must have played, like, not necessarily like New Super Mario Bros, but like some of the other Mario games, because they're classics. I mean, who hasn't played them? So we're just gonna deal with this rotating fucking physicsy platform. Actually, it's a 2D sprite, is it not? Look at it. It doesn't have any depth. It's definitely a 2D sprite. Fucking hell, Bowser Jr. How can you damage the mighty save state man? Well, you can't, because I can just go back in time and pull a fucking Braid on your ass. There you go. Speaking of Braid, I find that game's philosophy really interesting with the way it's designed. I was actually thinking of doing a Vivid Noise on it, but then I kind of just got tired of the series, so I stopped. Oh, that's interesting. There's not that many branching pathways here. Oh, wait, this world is extra long. I just remembered this. Yeah, the game starts throwing extra long worlds at you. Oh, no. That's not going to be... I mean, it's good. It's extra content. It's just that I don't know if I want that necessarily right now. But it doesn't matter what I want. What matters is that I provide entertainment, and that's what we're doing right now. So the thing about Braid is that it doesn't actually require you to play a lot of the game in order to get to, like, a point. As in, you can see, like, 80% of the game's content without ever touching any of the puzzle pieces, even though... you're not really getting anything out of the game at that point, but it is kind of cool how you can basically just pick and choose your puzzles and complete them at your... Oh, for fuck's sake, I should have waited. And complete them at your own pace. It's not like you... Like, oh no, if you didn't complete this puzzle, you're fucked, you gotta go back. It's like, no, you can totally skip some puzzles, and maybe that would make the future ones harder, but still... so let's just keep moving through here. So, you know, I definitely don't want... Like, Braid really isn't my kind of game, but I do... for fuck's sake, there it is. But I do appreciate it for what it is. I do think it's a very well-constructed game, very ambitious despite its, you know, its scale. Oh, no, its scale isn't small necessarily, but it is an indie game still. I don't know. It's just, at this point, it's just full of nostalgia for me, to be honest, because I remember, like, trying to get the PC version working, and I never could for some reason, but I more recently played the Xbox 360 version. Fun times. Let's see if I can edit that out smoothly. Anyway, there's this, is that the last star coin? That's the last star coin. Thanks for showing me. Let's see if I can figure out how to get to it, though, which is, like, the whole point of the challenge. It's almost like that's literally why they're put in the game, because it's not about collecting the thing, it's about, like, the platforming exercise of being able to... it must be over here. No. Damn it. Stop presenting me with what seems like an obvious solution, and then it's not actually the solution, because I can guarantee you this right here is not going to be the pipe to get the coin. Instead, it's going to be something else, and I'm going to have to... You know what? It's probably this one. No, it's not. Is it this one? No, it's not. Is it this one? No, it's not. Okay, well, it's going to be real precarious here. I'm going to try again. Oh, fuck. Alright, well... Maybe there's some other way to get to it, or maybe there's no way to get to it. They just put it there to be dicks. Yeah, as you can see, that's not it. But I'm not gonna go back for it. As I said, I have so many freaking star coins that I can afford to miss a few and still see every single extra unlockable stage, because they're only like 5 coins a piece, unless they make them more expensive. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like the kind of thing the game would do. Maybe it will. We'll find out. Again, I haven't played this game fully in a very, very long time. I play it on and off occasionally, but like the last time I was at World 8 was years ago, you know? So this is all kind of fresh to me, and I've decided, you know, fuck it, I'm actually just going to go in kind of blind for the next few sections, although I just realized something. We're in the mountain region area, and yet, like, why are we doing a swamp-style stage? That just hit me. That is kind of something that a lot of Mario games are guilty of, where the theme of the level does. I mean, okay, you put a little patch of grass, so I guess it makes sense now. That's not how it works, developers. You can't just put a level that's obviously thematically not consistent. Whatever. Also known as inconsistent. Whatever. We're just gonna avoid the fire bars here. Fire sticks as that pop. What was that? Remember that video, Super Mario Frustration? When I was a kid, I thought that was like an actual Mario game, like a real one. No, it's a Kaizo ROM hack. We all know that, but you can't really tell the difference between those things when you're a child, unless it's like blatantly obvious, like there's stuff missing or whatever. But I don't know. You could show me like a really polished fan game and tell me that's real and be like, well, yeah, I think that's real. When back then, now it's like there's a lot of telltale signs. Be it certain animation qualities, assets, what engine it's running on. Or with certain series, it's just the fact that it's on PC, like Mario. Like if it's on PC natively, not like this, for example, but I mean natively, then it's clearly it's not official because Nintendo is somehow they haven't discovered the personal computer yet. Okay, no, obviously all Mario games are made on PC primarily. It's just that then they get made for their respective consoles because that makes them sell more, I guess. No, realistically, I imagine they would sell way more copies of the games individually if they put them on PC. Let's be real. Although maybe they would sell fewer systems, because that's the whole thing, right? That's how they survive, on the fact that they're releasing systems and people buy them for the games. And I do gotta give Nintendo credit, the fact that they have almost a monopoly on like just the fact that they have these recognizable characters. You can't take that away from them unless they somehow sync each one, which well, they almost kind of did with Metroid too. Okay, no, Other M wasn't like terrible. It just seems to be, from what I've gathered, I've never played it myself, but I think the reason why people don't like it is just because it's much more of an action game, a third-person action game, than a proper, Metroid-style game with all the exploration and stuff. That's why Prime is so interesting and unique. I would never play it because of the controls, even though apparently the Switch version actually has, normal shooter controls, so that's nice. But the thing about Prime is that, it's very much just literally Metroid in 3D. It takes that formula and just expands upon it in so many awesome ways. It has this amazing art style, and it feels so dark and gritty. But not gritty in like an edgy way, like tastefully gritty. You forget that it's Nintendo. It's a really awesome game. Honestly, well, I don't think it was developed by Nintendo, but either way, got the little thing. Also, is it true that the guy who designed Turok 2's levels designed Metroid Prime? I read that somewhere, but I have to check the credits, so I wouldn't be surprised because that game definitely had its fair share of where the hell do I go? Although I'm not sure if Metroid Prime is quite as confusing. Well, you'd expect it to not be, as it is a little bit. It's of a different generation. Yeah, see, Mini Castle 2. That means that this world is going to be quite lengthy. For how long have I been recording? Oh fuck, 18 minutes already. Well, let's hope we can get done with this in the next come on. Open the fucking block, Mario. Oh, I already have the backup. Oh, you can actually wall jump off those. I had no idea. So anyway, we're just going to keep moving through. And can you tell that's my go-to when I don't know what else to talk about or say. So anyway, we're going to keep moving through. Because what else do I say? Do I just stay silent? No, the whole point of this is that I'm not silent or that I go on interesting tangents, because I actually really do love analyzing other people's commentary and kind of finding certain trends within them. So for example, there's some YouTubers who are I call them perfect for a blind person playthrough. So all they do is just describe exactly what's happening. Again, I'm not going to name anyone in particular, though there's no fucking chance they would be watching this, but you get the idea. I just don't want to be disrespectful. But, still, you know who I'm talking about when I say that, because you've probably seen someone like that. Someone who just goes, we just got a fire flower. Alright, now we're jumping on some conveyor belts. We jump on some giant bones. This one that you cannot kill. Oh, well, you probably can. Gonna collect some coins. You know what I mean? Those kind of Let's Plays. Then you got the kind that's just constant tangents and getting sidetracked and stuff, which I really enjoy because they're often way more interesting than what they would have been talking about either way. And then there's the ones who are just kind of ranting on about one particular aspect of the game's design, or reviewing the game as they're playing it in a weird way. Okay, good thing I'm Big Mario, so I can go dunk and that's gonna be I knew it. That's the second one, and I've missed the first one, which means now I'm gonna have to not go back because I don't really care that much, to be honest. Again, objectively speaking, as long as I get 2 per stage, or even just 1, I'll definitely have it. Even if I don't get a single one, I'll have enough. remember, like, there's not that many stages that require you to pay to unlock them. So either way, we're just gonna, there you go, look at that, we already got 2, combined with the 2, or how many did I get? I think I got all free last time, so that's another 5 coins, that's another stage. Oh, very scary. Again, it's interesting. Have they brought back his, like, bandana? Why can't I ground pound? There you go. I've always found the ground pound to be a little bit inconsistent in some of the Mario games, to be honest. Like it depends on, like, how high up you are. There's something to do with the... Oh, for fuck's sake, he definitely has a pattern going on here. We're gonna have to genuinely try and play this like a real boss battle in a real video game. And you can't just knock them off like frickin' the Koopa guys from, from Mario World, which, yeah, they were not the best of boss fights. I mean, I still died to them quite a few times because I'm just really bad at the concept of staying on a platform. Are we gonna get him? Ah, I couldn't move for a second, so that clearly meant that I got him. We got him. Oh, get the fuck out of here, Bowser Jr., and now, okay, are we gonna... Is this the part where you face dry bones after, like, you know, you fucked up Bowser? Okay, we got a couple more stages, and we're coming up on 22 minutes. But that's not gonna stop us. We're gonna keep moving through. No, we're not saving because we don't need to, because I can save on my own. And now I think what this means is there's just gonna be some Hammer Bros in the stage. It's not like you face them as a separate encounter like you would in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. It's just a, you know... Oh boy, there was a Hammer Bro that one time. Remember that? And it's a, I was afraid it would be a water level. It is a water level. Oh boy, I think this is why the game has the multiple pathway system, so that you can just indeed skip shit like this. You know, if you have enough coins like I do, I can just go ahead and do something else, but I gotta show every level now, don't I? Including the shitty water levels, which I just keep putting in because of reasons. And I understand game pacing and wanting to, you know, break up the monotony a little bit, but generally you want to break up the monotony with something that's still fun. This isn't that fun, so it's like, the music's really nice. Gotta give a credit for that. The music is pretty nice, but I mean, it's, you know, it's just your typical water. Hey, at least it's not doing that weird minor major thing that fucking Mario 1 does. That, you know what's really interesting? Like, Mario music is so deeply ingrained into, like, popular culture that even people who are generations older than me recognize it. So I had, like, a while ago I used to take guitar lessons, and my guitar teacher is quite a bit older than me, right? And I started playing that minor major thing, and he was like, hey, is that from Mario? And it's just like, what the fuck? How? I mean, like, okay, to be fair, he's definitely heard of Mario in general. Who hasn't? And considering that the first Mario Bros. Came out in, like, the 80s, sure, maybe he's... Oh, no, that can't be it. But it just surprised me that it's like... And I was like, yeah, that's the underwater music. Huh. It's just interesting because it shows just how he's literally the Mickey Mouse of video games, you know? It's scary just how broad of a reach he has. But it's also not surprising. I mean, he is, like, an iconic cartoony character design. You know, like, even though, for example, I'm pretty sure that the Grand Theft Auto games handily outsell a lot of Mario stuff, or anything else, really. I highly doubt that Michael DeSanta is as iconic of a character as Super Mario, you know what I mean? Or Sonic the Hedgehog, or Pac-Man, or something like that, or generic guy from the next game, or whoever the fuck he's gonna be, you know what I mean? Because GTA 6 is gonna happen at some point and will be 500 gigabytes, which I will never download because, well, here's the thing, right? I used to, okay, it's not so much anymore. I've kind of broken out of it, but I used to have this understanding of, like, okay, so games come in 2 prices. Their actual price, and then their file size, right? So that's what you're paying. You're paying for them with your time, apart from anything else, because of how long it's going to take to download. And before you say, maybe it's just because your internet sucks, well, on it doesn't, because I've downloaded much bigger. It's just that, like, no, here's the thing. No matter how good your internet is, a larger file is going to take longer than a smaller file. That's just how numbers work. So, you know, it's just, yeah, and it's also a matter of it, like, taking up space. I used to have this weird agenda where it was like, oh no, a game has to be X amount of fun in order for me to want to keep it if it's this big. And it's like, well, I don't know. I just have to get it through my fucking head. The games have textures, they have sound, they have all these things that take up space. So even if it has like 2 hours of content, if that 2 hours of content is made up of like ridiculously high quality assets, then it's gonna be a pretty big game. That's just how it's gonna be. And now we have a fucking ice level with the... Oh, wait a second. Where are we going? Why do we have pipes? Oh, fuck. Is it gonna be underground or... No, it's gonna be one of those... You know, I kind of wish the game stayed that zoomed out. Like the camera was just consistently that zoomed. I think that would actually make the game a little more fun to play. But maybe they thought it wouldn't work well on the DS. I don't know. That's the main reason why handheld games, when blown up to a big screen, kind of look like donkey shit, because it's just, you know, which is why for this series, again, even though I'm not doing what I did in my Mario 64 DS Focus on B, I almost called it Vivid Noise, my Focus on B video, I'm still going to, like, I'm not gonna blow it up, but I'm also not going to totally, I'm not going to keep it like shrunken. Basically, you can probably tell right now by what you're watching, is that I've simply put a border around it. That's not going to work. And I've kept it like a smaller size, basically. Like I've kept it the actual size it would be in a 1080p frame. How am I supposed to get that? Oh no, I think I know. They probably want me to jump for it as that thing is right there. No, that doesn't make sense. I think they want me to grab it with the... Yeah, because the Koopa. You see that Koopa right there? So they want me to use the Koopa to bounce off of it so that I can then grab it, right? Oh no, how am I supposed to get this? It's... Aha, you see? Look at that Koopa. No, that's impossible. I mean, well, actually no, it's not impossible because there's this section right here where the Koopa comes back. Aha, I see you. Oh, no, wait, how am I supposed to do that now? No, seriously, what is this? Because if I bounce off of him, I'll just grab the pole. But I can't... okay, I'm completely lost right now, honestly. Maybe if I had Mini Mario, I could jump... Because, like, look, if I could, like... Yeah, Mini Mario could get that, because he can jump way higher. So I could wall jump off of that, and, well, I guess that's another one we're not getting. Oh, no. Well, now you know how to get it, though. I assume that's how you're supposed to get it, right? Because Mini Mario jumps higher. Those are the established rules, which means that all I'd really have to do... No, come on. Just fucking... Just bounce up here and go like dunk and then grab that one. There you go, at least we got that one. And I do wish the camera stayed that zoomed out. It does kind of mess with the sprite scaling a little bit, but it does look nice, you know? So regardless, just gonna keep trekking through the snow level as we do. Getting lots of Super Tux vibes. You know, I wonder if I should do a video on Super Tux. Definitely wouldn't want to do a full playthrough of it, but that game is really interesting because it's like, you know, this Mario clone on Linux that you can also play on Windows, and it's like really polished and well developed. Even though some of the choices in music are a bit odd, I've heard some people compare it to Weirdcore. It's not Weirdcore, it's just kind of janky sounding MIDI music. Which isn't like terrible actually compositionally. A lot of it is actually pretty solid, I feel. Okay, this one I know how to do. I simply wait. I'm gonna have to wait for this one, do a little bit of swinging on it like this, right? Just get my momentum up, and when I've got enough momentum, I can simply... Yeah, there you go, bada boom. Ooh, and it somehow... It's sensitive, like it just explodes like that. Okay then. And from this point on, we're basically just gonna, yeah, just beat the level. Bada boom, done.
It's so nice. Here I go.
You know, the overworld music for this stage, for this area, really, oh, fuck off. Really reminds me of this one song from GTA Vice City. Well, it's an 80s pop song. I really don't want Mini Mario. It's an 80s pop song, it just happens to be in Vice City. You know, that soundtrack wasn't composed. Well, there are some songs that were specifically written for that game, to be fair. Like a lot of Love Fist music, because they're not real. They're, you know, a fictional band. But it's like this one song, it's like trying to da-da-da, and I don't know, it has the exact same sort of melodic idea behind it, you know, with that F Mixolydian thing going on. And there I go again, talking about things that I'm sure plenty of people are interested in when it comes to, like, figuring out how music works. It's just not that many people just want to sit down and hear me talk about, so did you know that this song uses this mode? Okay, this is gonna be easy. I just gotta get the fucking Koopa Shell. and do a bit of damage to myself, but that's fine. I'm used to it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Wait, hold on. I can just do this. Oh, actually, better idea. Just fucking drill my way down. And then P-switch. Oh, wow. Okay. I thought I was going to have to use the Koopa shells, but nope. So that's going to be the first one. Thank God. Why do I say that? It's like it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not going for every single possible one. In fact, I might be missing one over there. Am I? Now I'm curious. Yes, I would have been missing one, actually. Whoa, they apply a little bit of stretch and squash to the model, do they? Or maybe that's just me imagining things, because that just happened to pause right as I was getting hit when the game freezes. Well, it doesn't freeze, but like it does that stylistic Mario pausing thing that every Mario game does. Where's this gonna take me? Oh, underground. Okay. I'm sure this area is of some significance, but no, it isn't. Wait a second. This reminds me of a different stage. Wait, no, I recognize this kind of level design. We must be nearing the end of the level, right? Or maybe not. It's really interesting how you can like tell just by certain design cues, like when you're getting to the end of a stage in a game. It's not so much in this, but you can totally tell in other games. Like, even here, though. Like, for example, if I see, like, some ascending platforms, I'll totally be able to notice, like, okay, we're getting to the... Like, yeah, okay, this is probably the end of the level, right? Yes, it is. See, I told you. It's, like, it's so obvious. And just, you know, the general level length, as you can see right there. Because you can actually see how long the level's been going, depending on, you know, when you fucking hit the thing. I mean, it's not going to show up this time. Anyway... man, we're still making pretty good progress. We're almost done with this world and this part. And I think I'm just going to record some more in this session because I really do want to get this game done and maybe start doing Jumping Flash. Although, oh shit, yeah, I wanted to change the thumbnail. I mean, this isn't going to matter to you because by the time this is up, I'll have done that. But yeah, I realized something. So I was playing Jumping Flash 2. As I said, I went through all 3 of them. And Jumping Flash 2, that's the one that focuses on things called the Moo-Moos, I think. Japanese, whatever. And they're like these UFO-looking things. And basically, I made the thumbnail that you're not going to see now, but still, I made the thumbnail of one of those dudes. And the thing is, I realized that's not the game. Like, Jumping Flash 1 isn't the one where it's super relevant. It's more in Jumping Flash 2. If I were to do Let's Play that game, sure. But this is Jumping Flash 1. That's the one where the carrots really are the relevant collectible. The carrot pods, as they're called. So I'm going to have to make the thumbnail again using some kind of illustration of those carrots. I mean, how can it be hard to draw a vector graphic of a carrot? Make it mint green with a little bit of cyan, and that's my color palette, and bada boom, bada bing, I'm done. Why do I say bada boom so much? It's fucking, I blame Nakey Jakey back when I used to watch him. I don't know, just some YouTubers I just kind of lose interest in for some reason. Not like, and not even at any fault of their own. Their content is still good. I just kind of, you know, tastes change, I guess. For better or worse, I have no idea. But either way, I don't know, I've been watching a lot more Let's Plays. I mean, the thing is, Let's Plays have always been kind of like my home ground, if that makes sense. I used to watch Let's Plays long before I would watch video reviews and essays and discussions. It was always just Let's Plays for me. Just like, I want to watch Let's Play this game. And so I'd watch them play the game before I played it myself. Or I would already have played it, and I want to see someone else play it. And that's also what kind of dictates what kind of games I do videos on. So for example, I love racing games, but I don't really watch a lot of Let's Plays of them, right? Maybe like an individual video here or there, but not a full Let's Play. Ow, you dick. I guess we're not fighting Dry Bones for this one. We're gonna have to wait until this guy pops out of his fucking shell. Come on. Just let me stomp you. I don't want to have to automate the music back up whenever I shut up, so that I don't break the continuity. One of Let's Plays ever cared about continuity. Come on, okay, now we have another phase, jumping over this thing. We got a skull on that one. Ooh, very scary. Again, yeah, you know, I've always thought the bullet bills had mouths. Turns out those are their arms. Though, funnily enough, they sometimes do have mouths, depending on the incarnation of their design. That's the interesting thing. So it's like, die. Is he, what the fuck? Why did he not die there? I guess I have to stomp on him. That's like gonna do the most damage. There you go, yeah. Mario's looking at him all weird. You know, is this like the only game where he does that in other games, I think, where he like looks at the enemy, Sonic Adventure 1 style, you know, and I think they brought that back for Frontiers and therefore Shadow Generations as well, because I know it's like Shadow was moving his head around when I was playing it, because I haven't played Frontiers yet, actually. But again, it's because it's structure. I'm not a big open world guy. But anyway, I'm guessing it's gonna take me all the way to world. Yep, to world 8. But we're gonna be tackling world 7 in. Wait a second. Clickety click. There you go. We're gonna be doing world 7. In part 7 of New Super Mario Bros. DS, we're going to be doing the Sky World. Hopefully there's not too many bottomless pits. I'll see you guys then.